Welcome to the Dundas BI how-to video for working with formulas. This video will provide a short overview of how you can apply formulas on metric sets and dashboards in Dundas BI. The first thing we'll do is apply a formula on a dashboard. Here I've got a chart showing the amount sold for each month in some historical data. Let's say I want to see the average amount sold over time for the entire period. I'll right-click on the data, choose Modify Data, and then Add Formula. This brings up the formula bar, which appears near the top of the screen underneath the toolbar. I can just start typing a formula expression, which can involve built-in functions such as average and mathematical operators like plus and minus. Since I want an average, I'll use the average function, which comes up automatically when I start typing. It wants to know what it should take the average of, so I'll click on the appropriate data and it will automatically get populated in the formula expression. Now I've got the average, but it looks a little strange as a bar chart, so let's revisualize as a line. If you look at the legend, you can see that the new series is called script measure. Going to the data binding panel, you can see that a script measure was added. This name doesn't make a lot of sense, so I'll use the data binding panel to modify it. If I want to remove the formula, I can simply use the data binding panel again and click the X. One of the most powerful formula functions in Dundas BI is the trend and forecasting function. To use this, I'll once again right-click on the chart and choose Add Formula. This one is a little bit more complex than average, but I get a little pop-up which tells me what all the function parameters are. I'll specify the date axis, then the measure on which I want to actually run the forecast, and leave the rest of the parameters with the default values. Now I've got my new forecast series, which I'll revisualize again as a line. In addition to adding formulas on a dashboard, I can also add them at a lower level, like a metric set. Here I've got a metric set which is showing costs and prices. I want to add a new measure which tells me what the profit was. To do this in the metric set, I click on Add Formula from the toolbar, and I'll specify sell price minus cost. It added the new measure, but I need to clean a couple things up. First, we need to change the name of the new measure to profit. This can be done by editing the measure in the data binding panel and specifying a different name. Another thing you may have noticed is that there is no grand total figure for profit. This is because Dundas BI doesn't want to make incorrect assumptions about how the data should be aggregated. I, on the other hand, know my data well, so I can specify that the total for profit should be based on the sum. To specify this, we'll once again edit the measure from the data binding panel. While I'm here, I'll also tell it to use the dollar symbol for currency formatting. Now I've got the total profit calculation and it's formatted correctly. Dundas BI supports over 50 built-in mathematical functions which you can use in formulas. To see the full list and to get more information about using formulas in Dundas BI, please have a look at the link you see here. Thanks for watching the Working with Formulas video, part of the Dundas BI tutorial series. For more videos and articles in the series, please visit www.dundas.com/support.